Yes, guys, so we are finally back again for the second reaction video on this Brbptv platform. Guys, don't forget to check out the previous one on the first comment or in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. Of course, that link will be there. That pinned the clip will be right there. And then, of course, this article will be, of course, in the description below, so you guys can definitely check it out as well. Brothers and sisters, let us get into the vibrations for today. Luxury rooms and a swim-up bar. Interesting. I've been to the swim-up bar hotel with funding from Dominica's Golden Passport Scheme, brothers and sisters. Apparently, this is the release of what they're talking about right there. Former Afghan spy chief amongst those who have, gained citizenship for the investment of the Caribbean island, Dominica right there. Reveal thousands who have bought golden passports right there, blah, blah, blah. But I really am interested in what they have to say about this thing right there. The luxury rooms and the swim up. One of the things that I always keep in mind, brothers and sisters, I'm saying on the basis of this whole thing, since CBI came to effect and they put everything on the back burner. They put agriculture, they put tourism, they put they didn't put construction on the back burner. They gave it to the foreigners. They put everything away from the citizens themselves. And it seems like the citizens don't seem to be understanding what is happening to them. When Ross left Dominica, Ross didn't want to leave. I'm telling you, I know Ross, Ross did not want to leave Dominica, but they had to because of the incompetence of the leadership of Dominica. It is alleged right now that Scary them are the ones who are owning, are the number one landlord owners in Barbados. And they came to have meetings with the people in Dominica, in Portsmouth, stating, we tried to keep it to the citizens. We tried to keep it to the local environment. We tried to keep it to the locals. And on the basis they were building 400 new apartments. That's what they're going to do next. After they build the new student center, they were going to build 400 new apartments, brothers and sisters, claiming that they told them that they're going to keep it. Who you telling that there? I was in the groundbreaking ceremony. I was there eating breakfast. I say breakfast. I was there eating the snacks and stuff there, looking at what they're going. I saw something working. But they called me and said, Mr. Lex, that food. Come through. I came through. I saw them cutting the ribbon and everything with the placards, brothers and sisters. And they want to talk about things. Now we have Ross gone. Now they say, look, we're replacing Ross with that. How does that help people in Dominica? In Portsmouth? A few people came down. A few people are employed in this from Dominica, yes. There are also foreigners who are employed in this. Some of which had to leave on the basis, I'm not sure. Well, this changed over from Kempinski to Intercontinental. But on the basis of the CBI program, brothers and sisters, it's a very interesting time that we're living in. Anyways, let me just play these things for you guys to see right there. Run the thing.
Nestled in a valley formed by an extinct volcano on the Caribbean island of Dominica, the Intercontinental Cabarets Resort has 101 luxurious rooms overlooking an emerald bay. Its website invites guests to explore and unwind in paradise while discovering the pristine island.
Well, you can pretty much do that in any apartment or hotel, okay? It's just that they have a pool surrounding a house. Don't get me wrong, they have pools surrounding different places you can sleep in. So you can always do that whether you're there or not. You can go up cabarets, you can go everywhere. It's just that you're just going to be in a nicer area if you stayed inside it.
But waterfront views and a swim-up rum bar are not the hotel's only attraction. For the wealthy investors who helped fund the project, it was also a route to another nationality.
Yep, the people, I'm guessing they're talking about the people who obtained $30 million based of it. There were two individuals who obtained 30 million, about 80 something million EC dollars, brothers and sisters. They got each. And then there was another individual who had to take these individuals to court. I think he got about $7 to $9 million in terms of his involvement. So yeah, it gave them another way for them to obtain funds.
The Cabarets is just one of many resorts being built in the Caribbean with some funding raised via Citizenship by Investment, CBI, schemes, which are also operated by the governments of St. Kitts and Nevis and Grenada, among others.
Yeah, so there's CBI in a number of places. St. Kitts, Nevis, all these places there. But if you look at St. Kitts and Nevis, brothers and sisters, the people actually benefit from it. On the basis that they are building stuff in St. Kitts through one. Two, but the citizens are also participants in some of the funds that has been raised as a result of the CBI program. Now, when you look at Dominica and the whole situation happening in Dominica, especially when they had the Rona situation, CBI was still running during that time. How did the citizens benefit from the CBI program? Nothing. They didn't benefit at all, brothers and sisters. They didn't. were giving farmers bananas and stuff in yellow bags from Asta fans. I believe the bag were from. They were giving farmers bananas as if the farmers didn't have bananas in their own field. That is something. That is truly something else. Eh? But hey, that's what the people, voted for. They might think it's not that they voted for, but that's what they get.
The buyers of Dominica's golden passports can choose one of two routes. Make a $100,000, 82,000 British pounds, non-refundable contribution to the government, or invest $200,000 plus extra fees in a local real estate project, and hope for a return.
Now, I remember a particular business was stating how much money they give away on the basis of, that 200 plus extra fees right there, where people from overseas are able to buy into businesses or build businesses in Dominica and they have a stake in it. I think based off that, I think one of them gave away $1 million in terms of revenue shares to the stakeholders of that particular business. So it's not just saying, oh, you. But guys, I don't get it. I really do get it. On the basis of tourism in Dominica, tourism is not doing the best. But we're building more hotels. We have hotels that we are keeping ski there. These occupancies are very low. But no, we want to build more hotels. What we think is going to happen when we build more hotels? More people are going to come. Brothers and sisters, we have 5-star hotels there, We have 5-star hotels. There's one building in Picard. I don't know how long that building, but that's still building today. We have different hotels and these hotels are not being occupied. But, I guess that's what we want, huh? That's what we like, huh? Anyways, let's continue right here.
The government makes the names of new citizens publicly available in its official gazette, but developers who raise money through citizenship do not have to publish investor names. However, an investigation by The Guardian, working with partners in the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, has revealed the identities of thousands of passport buyers, including hundreds who bought a share in the Cabrits Resort.
So that's what they were doing. They were buying shares into the Cabrits Resort. We thought we were going to be selling passports and stuff too, so we can build things so it can be owned by Dominica. Apparently, it is not being owned by Dominicans. You guys realize that, right? Cabrits Resort is not owned by Dominica. There are different stakeholders and shareholders who are bought into the piece of investments into the Cabrits Resort. And therefore, they are the ones making monies from it. Even though the occupancy is very low, they are the ones making money from it. Not the Dominican citizens. The Dominican citizens who are able to work there make the dregs. That is the benefit of Dominica, making the dregs. That is it. Okay then. Alright then. Well, I guess that's what we have.
Based on publicly available information and a leak of files from the developer of the Cabrits Resort, some of the findings of Dominica, Passports of the Caribbean may raise questions about the transparency and governance of the scheme, and some are potentially embarrassing for Dominica.
I wonder who that leaked it. It's stated right there, based on public available information and a leak of files from the developer of the Cabrits Resort. So who was the developer of the Cabrits Resort that leaked the files? Interesting stuff, innit?
One investor was Asadullah Khalid, a former defense minister of Afghanistan. Khalid held several important roles in the government of Hamid Karzai, including as governor of Kandahar province and head of the National Directorate of Security, the country's intelligence service, before the country was taken over by the Taliban.
So he was one of them who invested in the Cabrits Resort. But when things happen, we just shouldn't say nothing. Things are happening to Dominican people and they not say nothing.
Khalid obtained a Dominica passport in June 2017, before the hotel started operating. A simple Google search would have revealed to those responsible for making checks that in the years before he submitted his application, he had been accused of war crimes.
But they make him invest though. Remember the study that they don't post, or it's not necessarily that they post the investors' names. The people who are doing the investing in Dominica, their names are not posted in the Gazette. Shouldn't it be posted? I think it should, because the citizens need to be aware of these kind of things. But since they are not being posted, brothers and sisters, there's a lot of secrecy happening in Dominica. On the basis of that previous reaction that I did, it stated that when they buy the normal Dominica passports, they don't do it on the basis of order. Sometimes these names are take before the names are gazetted. They take years before they are gazetted, and that's just for the normal passport, obtaining normal passports. Not for the investors who apparently don't have to be posted.
In 2012, in a memo entered as evidence in a court case involving the British government, a UK official alleged that Khalid was one of the principal culprits of mistreatment related to systematic abuse of insurgents in Afghanistan and the disappearance of individuals. The same court heard that a senior Canadian diplomat in Afghanistan had made public allegations that Khalid was known to personally torture people in a dungeon under his guest house, and had people killed who got in his way.
So apparently it doesn't matter who you are. Once you have the money, we don't care what you do. Scary talking about, we have the most robust due diligence process. Wonderful. But apparently they don't see these things. We're not seeing these things yet. Still, we prize ourselves in having the Kepinski resort. I wonder if the people who obtained Kepinski knew about this. They knew about all this. They knew who they are giving monies to on the basis of them investing in Dominica. They know they are participants with this kind of people. I wonder if the Intercontinental Resort know that they are participants of these people who have invested into businesses in Dominica, and they are now part of the individuals who then have to give these people's monies at the end of whatever cycle or yearly stick cycle that they're doing.
Khalid did not respond to requests for comment. He has previously dismissed the allegations against him as just propaganda. In 2012, he told CNN, "I know there is nothing," referring to evidence against himself. Tom Keatinge, who studies finance and security at the think tank RUSI, said, "Golden passport schemes around the world have had issues which have harmed the reputation of citizenship by investment."
It's not just citizenship by investment, but the citizens of that country as well. It has harmed the reputation, and therefore the citizens are the ones voting for these people who are doing craziness across the world and not even telling them what is going on. I mean, hey, last Mark, ask for transparency now. A little transparency to help with the understanding of what is going on. But no, none of us want to ask any questions. And when those who are trying to find out what is going on, they are being lambasted, boy. They are being abused by the very people who do not want to know. Why do they want to know? Because maybe if they find out, they might not like what they find out. Why are we like this now? If there's something going on, brothers and sisters, and people are trying to find out information, you should support them so that they can find the information for you that you don't want to do yourself. So when you get the information from the other people who have done the work, you can just say, okay, I can make a proper decision. But it seems like it reminds you of the bus situation. When some of the bus drivers were protesting, saying, hey guys, we need help. The economy is going down and you are the one responsible. Help us. There were bus drivers protesting against the other bus drivers. And when the government did finally, okay, let me help all you right there, because it's us that screw up the country, true. When the government did decide to give the bus drivers who were protesting, saying these things, then the bus drivers who were protesting against the bus drivers came in for their share too. They came in for their share too. That also benefited them. Some of them probably gone buy fridge and stuff instead of buying tires and the things that were needed for the bus, I know. But they went for their share though. I mean, why are humans like this? I don't get it. That is one of the mysteries of, I have a philosophical mind, brothers and sisters, and I try my best to understand why humans would do this to themselves. But the only conclusion I have, brothers and sisters, is based off what you're stating. Seems like half of the world have a common sense, half of the world thinks, and the people who have the common sense to think have expanded the lifespan of the individuals who natural selection would have taken out. Natural selection would have taken them out, brothers and sisters. But because of people who think, hey, let's expand life and let's see if we can do certain things to expand human life. So natural selection is defeated as a result of these bright minds who have extended the lifespan of these individuals. And as a result of that, they have grown into certain positions and become leaders themselves, causing irrevocable chaos in the place. That is the only thing I can think of. Outside of that, nothing makes sense.
Cabritz is owned by Range Developments, an independent business founded in 2012. Range was approved by the government of Dominica to raise money from passport buyers to fund the project, and runs it in partnership with big hotel brands. The partner at launch in 2019 was the German luxury hotels operator Kempinski, which received a fee and a share of the revenues in exchange for managing the hotel. It was replaced last year by London-headquartered Intercontinental Hotels Group.
What is that? What am I? What? I did the wrong thing. I did it wrong. Oh my god! I blocked the thing instead.
A member of the UK's FTSE 100 list of blue-chip companies on the London Stock Exchange, Intercontinental is working with Range to develop 2 other Golden Passports-funded projects in the Caribbean, Grenada's Intercontinental and Six Senses resorts. Range said it conducted initial reviews on investors, but that responsibility for background checks lay with the government and with the agents, typically specialist firms or law firms, which are officially approved to market the scheme and refer applicants.
You see, that's what I was talking about. That's why I was asking, does the new one, Intercontinental Resort, know that they have to give monies to certain people who have interesting pasts in their actions? Do they know this? And they say, based on what they say right there, they say that they review the thing, but the background checks is not up to them, it's up to the government. And now we're finding out certain information that's put out there. I wonder what would they do? What would Intercontinental now do, knowing that certain people who have helped to fund these establishments were interesting or very interesting persons?
Range said, it is the government which undertakes due diligence on applicants to the program. Interested applicants were able to invest in the project only once they were qualified by the government, meaning they passed the government's due diligence processes and were assessed as suitable to be granted citizenship. The company added it had materially contributed to the local economy thanks to the scheme.
So that proves my point again. It proves my point again. Everything must be passed on to the government of Dominica. It must be passed on. It must be approved. And when it's been approved, and then you're finding out that certain people of interest have been one of the investors or contributing to the investments in Dominica, then you must ask yourself certain questions. How exactly was
Dominica did not
done?
respond to requests for comment. However, after being contacted for comment, Dominica's Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerrit, gave 2 press conferences, in which he said the citizenship scheme was underpinned by a robust system with applicants undergoing different layers of due diligence.
Oh, you're right. Different layers. That changes up everything. Different layers of due diligence. So that sets the precedence right there. I wonder why the Kempinski say they're leaving. Well, I know they weren't making much money for sure, but what exactly was it?
Kempinski said it takes compliance very seriously and acts in strict accordance with any national and international rules and regulations, as well as industry best practices. It said the citizenship program was a government initiative and it had no involvement in running it. In a statement, IHG said it was not involved in, nor did it operate the citizenship scheme, adding it complies with the laws and regulations in all of the jurisdictions in which it operates.
Because the jurisdictions it operates in is based on what the government does. It's up to the government to do the due diligence and not them. Maybe they found out that's why they left.
I hope you appreciated this article. Before you move on, I was hoping you would consider taking the step of supporting the Guardian's journalism. From Elon Musk to Rupert Murdoch, a small...
Okay, yes, guys, we get that point right there. So we get some insight, get some level of insight into this. Finding out that one of the criminals or alleged criminals have been one of the individuals involved in purchasing stuff in Dominica, who most likely, or not to purchasing, investing in stuff in Dominica, and yeah, it's another interesting set of stuff, brothers and sisters. These are just my opinions on what I read, brothers and sisters. What are yours, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. What exactly can you draw from this? What exactly can you draw from this? Understanding that certain people are involved in certain things. And then I must ask the question, how does it benefit Dominica? It seems like everybody that get benefited are the people who are not Dominican. How exactly has Dominica benefited? Dominica benefited because we have luxury. Oh, we have luxury hotel, yeah. How is it beneficial to you? It's just like seeing your neighbor have a car. Your neighbor has a nice brand new car. Hey, but our neighborhood finally get a nice looking car, man. What? How does it benefit you? Do you get to ride in it? Especially if your neighbor don't like you. Your neighbor come in and say, like, you know what, he don't want to give you no ride in the car. How does that benefit you? How? I guess some things in life we'll never understand. What are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Of course, these are just my thoughts, and of course, this is allegations made based off the Guardian, and of course, a number of others based off the OCCP. What do you call themselves again? The Organized Crime, OCCRP. Yeah, the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project. So, Organized Crime and Reporting and Corruption Reporting Project. So, what are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts on this? It's just sad that, you know, this, by the way, this is spreading all over the place, eh? This is spreading all over the place, man. So when Skirt was saying, oh, it's Trevor that want to do things and Tosi that want to do things, whatnot, blah, blah, blah. By the way, they actually knew. Well, I knew it was the 11th that it was coming out. A number of persons actually knew the 11th was coming out. But they told them the second and then making fake report. It's interesting, man. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. I think there was somebody else that's involved in this. That's why they knew to give a wrong date. Anyways, I'll leave that alone. What I know now, I just speculating. I just speculating on certain things, man. What are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Don't forget to scan if you've not scanned this thing. Put your phone up, scan the link, and you get my app. And of course, this is iPhone users. Alas, iPhone users. That's not for all you yet. It's for Android users, brothers and sisters. But I know the iPhone was supposed to come out earlier this year, but my developer, I don't know what was going on, and oh man, guys, when the iPhone 1 comes out, I'll be putting both of them up. Okay, so when that one comes out, we'll see, man. It's just sad that it did not come out last year when it was supposed to come out, and we're going into another year and it has not come out yet. Anyways, guys, I don't know what I'll do with iPhone, but I guess it's marketing. iPhone has the best marketing, so you just go and buy because it's marketing. Anyways, guys, give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more. Definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as they tend to confront. With that said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Time for me to drop a Mr. Licks Reacts video, guys. It's been a moment. About 8 days since I dropped. But I'll be back with it, man. Don't afraid. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, guys, be real, be positive.